Ladies and gentlemen, it's your weekly Hodlers Digest. The Treasury Select Committee in the UK wants to regulate the Wild West crypto asset industry. They repeated the concerns of other governments and regulatory bodies heard many times over. The risk to consumers, investors losing everything, the potential for money laundering and terrorism financing. However, this report only talks about the potential for criminal activity, admitting, the latest risk assessment from the national crime industry is that crypto asset use for money laundering and terrorist financing is currently low. They are seeing cases of it, but it is not widespread. The committee also expressed skepticism towards blockchain. Although small-scale uses for blockchain may exist, we have not been presented with any evidence to suggest that universal application of the technology are currently reliably operational. One of the more positive conclusions of the report was that if correctly regulated, crypto could have a positive effect on consumers and the UK economy as a whole. Crypto UK, a group formed to help the industry self-regulate, were cautiously supportive of the report. In a statement, Iqbal Gandham, the chair of Crypto UK, said, "As an industry, we have been calling for the introduction of proportionate regulation to improve standards and encourage growth. Self-regulation by the industry was always intended to be a starting point. This must now be matched by government action." The New York Attorney General came out against several crypto exchanges for failing to provide basic consumer protections. The criticisms feature is part of a report that was months in the making. In short, the findings revealed that consumers are at risk. In addition to this, 3 exchanges might be operating illegally in New York: Kraken, Binance, and Gate.io. According to Attorney General Barbara Underwood, many virtual currency platforms lack the necessary policies and procedures to ensure the fairness, integrity, and security of their exchanges. Back in April, when the report, titled the Virtual Markets Integrity Initiative, reached out to 13 crypto exchanges for participation, Kraken, along with several others, refused to play ball. Their co-founder defiantly tweeted,
"Generally speaking, regulators run a very strong PR campaign that is targeted at companies. And so given that New York State actually singled out several exchanges, it doesn't really fit into, I think, what regulators are generally supposed to do, which is provide a fair and balanced point of information for consumers." I'm very familiar with the BitLicense. Actually, I submitted an application to New York State in 2015. And that was a very long process. The DFS made it impossible for us to raise venture capital in those days because we would go into, different VC meetings. The question of the BitLicense would inevitably come up, and it prevented companies. It essentially created the crypto bear market we had for 2 years. Well, the BitLicense was really strict that we only saw around 6 applications get approved over time. Many influential companies in the space either not apply for the BitLicense because it is very difficult to comply with. Companies like Bitfinex and Kraken pull out of New York and stay out of New York. So I think that companies are really doing their best to comply with New York by not operating there.
Cointelegraph. Like, subscribe, and hodl.